Welcome everyone to our second live stream with the WS, and today I have a special guest from Denmark. Yay! Welcome, Jesper. I'm super happy you joined the show. I've been following you on Facebook, and I was just shooting my shot. Maybe he will respond. Maybe he's too popular. He won't respond to me, but you did. So here we are. And I've been following you mainly because I really resonate with your Parasite SEO techniques and especially your take on social media. I have a social media marketing background, and I started SEO a few years ago. So I love when two things that I like kind of merge, and you are like the answer for it. So welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and thanks for inviting me. It's a pleasure to talk about Parasite SEO with you. So, yeah, of course, I accept it.
Awesome. Other than Parasite SEO, I know that you have lots of experience in SEO, and you come from a technical background, right? Could you share a little bit about your background?
Yeah. So originally, I actually took a master degree in Copenhagen in theoretical physics. So I wrote my master thesis about the quantum mechanical or electro quantum mechanical properties of carbon nanotubes. Probably not many know what that means, but
I have no idea.
No, but anyway, that's also in the past many years ago. But that's my background. I studied many years at the University of Copenhagen about physics, and then when I left the university, I entered the IT world, the IT industry, and started out as a software tester, and then became a software analyst and software designer. And then in 2008, I started my first web design company and built my first content management system, which I thought actually at the time could be a contender to WordPress. That was the ambition level. Knock WordPress off the throne, but yeah. Yeah. So that's the background. And then I've been doing SEO since 2008, building websites and doing SEO since 2008. And yeah, that's more or less my background.
That's perfect. I love when people in the SEO community have a lot of experience, because you guys have seen so many updates and how it's changing. And I bet that 2024, 5, and even 6 is like having a lot of new things. And Parasite SEO had been like very popularized over the past few years, and is still popular today, which is why I invited you to the show to talk about it. And my first question is like, do you have a favorite campaign you would like to show us today, or describe how you approach it?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, let me just start out by explaining my point of view on Parasite SEO.
Perfect.
So the way that I define Parasite SEO is very broad, and that simply means you're posting to a high domain authority website. And because this website has this high domain authority, then this post can and will rank high and also very fast in the Google search. And normally when people are talking about Parasite SEO, they're talking about paid articles on USA Today or this Times of India, or extremely large websites that also has this high domain authority, but where you actually, you buy an article and then you rank. My preferred way to do Parasite SEO is not like that. My preferred way is actually to do it for free. So, and that's nice, because that means that everybody can do it. It also means that you have to do some manual work yourself, the posting part. But that's my preferred method, and I prefer to use social media profiles and AI parasites also. And there are a lot of like Perplexity and Claude and Quen AI and Manos AI. A lot of these AI websites, you can actually create articles and share them so that they can be indexed by Google, and they can also and will also rank quite high. But social media, and so I think I have a list of my 10 preferred social media profiles. And my most preferred social media profiles is YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, and Instagram. So these are the 5. And the reason I prefer these 5 guys is because they index quite easily. And last year, I don't know if you know, but last year Meta actually changed their indexing rules. So Meta being the company that owns Facebook and Instagram and Threads. So for the people that are watching that don't know what Threads is, so Threads is Meta's attempt to make a Twitter clone. So it works exactly the same like Twitter. So you post short post and then it goes live in your feed. So just Meta's attempt. And last year, Meta changed the indexing rules. So what that means is that now all of your Instagram posts can be public. Mm-hmm. All of your Facebook posts on your page, not personal profile, but page, and also in groups can also be public. And Threads post can also be public. So what this means is that you can now, when you're posting regularly on the social media, you can now build a footprint on the Google search. And now we're coming to your question, which is, for example, I have a software called Schema Writer. So Schema Writer is a software platform that I designed that allows you to build advanced interlinked schema markup. So schema markup is this structured data code that you can add to your website, and Google and the other search engines will be more easy for these guys to understand. There's a question there. It will be more easy for the search engines to understand what it is that's going on in your website because you present it in structured data. So if you search for GeoRadius schema generator, I think you will actually find a lot of my properties on page 1 and 2 and 3 and further
Honestly,
down.
let's just do it. Like I can, you or I can share the screen.
Can I share the screen?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Dude.
And the scene.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
So now I'm logged in Google Chrome, as you can see, but it's we can see the same in Firefox when we're not logged in. So I'm searching for GeoRadius schema generator, and so GeoRadius schema is something that when you're doing local SEO, you need this GeoRadius schema because it explains to Google where it is that you're working and what areas in the surrounding or in the country that surrounds your business, what areas is it that you're serving. So you need a GeoRadius schema generator to actually do that because it's not really very easy to build this out in hand. So when you're searching for this, you'll be able to see over here in the AI overview that this is a Facebook post. This is a Facebook post. This is an X post. And so this one and these 3 guys here, they're all my posts. So I have 4 posts as citations in the AI overview, besides my website, of course. And if you scroll down, you can see this is my website. This is my YouTube video. This is my YouTube video. This is my YouTube video. This is my sites. This is my sites. This is my site. This is me. And this is also me. This is a PDF file I uploaded. So I basically own page 1 for this keyword. And
oh my God, okay.
The thing is that when you're posting like this, you will more or less get all the search traffic for these types of keywords. Mm-hmm. And even though what that means is that even though that this keyword doesn't have a lot of search volume, it might show up as either 0 or 10 searches per month. It really doesn't matter because if there is a searcher that searches for this, they will land on my website and they will sign up. And I got my largest customers by actually people clicking on this keyword, searching for this and clicking into Schema Writer, this website. So this is the essence, and this is also the purpose of doing Parasite SEO and my purpose of posting to social media like this. The purpose of this is not because it's also fun, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is that it's a business model, meaning, and it's a strategy. It's an SEO strategy, because if I'm ranking here, and I'm ranking here, and this is not me, this is a guy called Robbie, but I'm ranking number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 clickable results on page 1, besides the AI citations, which are also mine. So if you don't know me, if you don't know any of the other competitors that I have that are doing the same that I'm doing, and if you're searching for this, it's inevitable that you're going to end on my website. Do you know what I mean?
Understood.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nobody else to click on. I mean, there is schema.org, but when you click on schema.org, it looks like this, and that's and then we have Schemantra somewhere. That's actually one of my competitors. They're down here. So you do have Schemantra, but that's the only competitor that I have on page 1 now, because I pushed everybody out because of this strategy. So it's just, I think it's fun. It's fun for me to do. And then there's the other thing is that, and I understand that you are you're social media manager. Let me just stop sharing again. I'm back. So
yes, my background was social media.
Okay, so so your background was social media and social media managing.
Mm-hmm.
You, and for other people that has that background, I think will be very interesting, because what I'm observing is I'm posting daily with the intention of doing SEO, right? Because I want my social media post to rank on page 1, right? Push the competition down. So that's one advantage. But we have 2 advantages, because the algorithms on Facebook and X and LinkedIn and Instagram will now start to recommend my services and my posts to a new audience, because I'm posting daily. And this is what you know from your background, that this is the upside that most people don't think about, especially not if you're doing SEO and you have an SEO background. You don't normally think of posting to social media as SEO, and you might say, well, it's not. Is it SEO? I don't know if it's SEO, but what I see is that I have now on my Facebook page more than 12,000 followers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I didn't pay for these followers. The followers, they come organically now. So I have days where I get 300 or 400 new followers on one day. So let's say I post more than 1 time per day, but let's say I post, yesterday I think I posted 1 time, and I still got 190 followers yesterday on Facebook only. And then I of course also got on X and LinkedIn and the other platforms. Yeah. So
what's your content creation strategy? So for example, for that given keyword, then would you then create posts like what is, how to use, and then product review? Like, would that be your content strategy for that Parasite SEO campaign? Like if I was to start.
So I mean, if you want to post like I'm doing, and you want to have a strategy, of course you need to identify the keywords that people might be searching for.
Yeah.
So let's say that you have a blog post, or you have a service offering, or you have a product that you want to promote. What I would recommend is that you build out a list of long tail keywords and or questions that people might ask about this service. What is the best running shoes for men, overweight men, or something like that? No, it depends on what it is that you're targeting, right? So build out this list. That's what I have done. So I have I've used Claude for this. Actually, Claude is, I think Claude is, you don't need to use Ahrefs if you have a Claude subscription. Claude is very good at doing keyword research. So what I have done is I asked Claude, feed it my article. This is my article. Please produce a list of 50 to 100 long tail keywords and questions related to this article. And then I get this list, and then I can manually sort out the keywords that I don't want to target. But the ones that speak to me or that I want to target, then I make posts. And I make one post and I publish it 10 times, identically, most of the times anyway.
So it's what, like 4 different channels, like you mentioned, like it's gonna be X, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, and then so on. But they're the same.
So I have the premium account on LinkedIn. I have the premium account on X. Of course, Facebook is free still, but I do have the paid accounts on X and LinkedIn. And having the paid account on X allows you to post more characters in your posts.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of the, I don't know if it's 180 characters or something like that. 200. I don't know what the limit is in X, but I don't have that limit because I have the paid, so I can post like 10,000 characters or 4,000. I don't know what the limit is. A lot. And the upside of doing that is that you can post a lot of content with keywords and entities, and it will rank better than these short posts. Yeah.
Understood. I like how this merges. Do you then spend a lot of time on the creative part? So I see you do a lot of videos, which is Loom style videos, but in an example of running shoes, then you would have to, have videos of the shoe or images of the shoe. Like that's also a really big time taking part, even using AI.
I mean, it's for me as a brand, when I'm spending hours daily on creating content. Yeah. And the content for me can be, written posts. It can be videos. That's the two content formats that I use. But if you have a web shop, of course, it can be difficult, especially when it comes to the video parts or the video part, because I don't mind being in front of a camera. But if you're selling running shoes, I don't know. It's not really super duper easy to come up with an idea of creating a video on running shoes, for example, or if you're doing roofing. But I have some affiliate websites, and what I have done with my affiliate websites is, so my affiliate websites is also selling products, ranking for product names, and then I'm pointing over to Amazon or where it is, and I'm pointing. So what I've done when it comes to YouTube videos is I simply load up Loom, free screen recording software, and then I'm talking about this product. It could be running shoes actually, for 30 seconds or 1 minute. So I'm simply recording myself. I don't need to show my face. I can, but I don't need to. So I'm recording a video 30 to 60 seconds of myself talking about this product, while I'm showing the product page itself. You have a video, and the video, when it comes to posting on social media, the one thing that is, of course, the most difficult part is creating the videos. And if you don't want to use AI videos, what can you do? So that's how I solved it. So I simply record the screen, talk about this product, and 60 seconds, and that's my video. And then I can use any program to design the thumbnail, and there you go. So that's how I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I also see that part of your strategy, a lot of it is consistency. And like when you say, like, exporting hundreds of long tail keywords, at the end of the day, that's also like even having 30 pieces of content a month. That means like you post every day, you post on many channels. We can do the math, how many posts that is per month. And that's like the minimum, right? Like sometimes creators post like 2-3 times a day. It's fine. So I think part of this strategy is also the volume and the consistency, right? Yeah. What do you think?
I think that what I'm seeing is that you're getting, if your purpose of posting to social media is ranking on Google, you don't have to be consistent. You can just, after you watch this video, you can just go out and post on X, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Send them to an indexing software, and then they will rank. And then forget about it, and then come back 10 days later, see where they rank, and make some new posts. But if you want to grow your audience on social media, that's an entirely different discussion. Then you do need to post daily. I made many experiments on this, and I made, over the Christmas period, of course, I had to step away from the keyboard, and I had to take 10 days of vacation because partly because it was Christmas and I had to spend Christmas, and also because I was tired in my brain. My brain was,
Of course. Yeah.
I couldn't think. I had to have a couple of weeks, 10 days, 14 days, just to relax and get new ideas. And what I could see was that the view count I got on X and LinkedIn and Facebook just went down to basically zero. I mean, I wouldn't say scary, but that's just the nature of the algorithms, that if you don't post, if you take a break for one day, it's just down to zero. It's just, I mean, that's just, I mean, you can post and have this nice upgoing curve, and then you take 1 day break, and then it's down to zero, and then you have to go up again slowly. So that's what I see. And I would say that when it comes to Facebook, is special because Facebook is more forgiving, so to speak. So you don't need to post daily to Facebook in order to grow your audience necessarily, but on X and LinkedIn, they don't forgive.
Yeah, I see.
It's back to zero. Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you, I have too many questions right now. One of which is, let's get a little tactical. So when you write for these Parasite posts, do you write it as a blog post? You know how you always have a heading, you always have a paragraph that is like NLP friendly, or do you write as if you were actually posting like a social media person, like as an everyday person, but then on the bottom you would have like keywords or hashtags? These are the two ways.
So okay, so let's start with the hashtags actually, because that's interesting. So what I noticed is that it's not always a good idea to use the hashtags. Okay. And you can explain to your audience why you use hashtags. If you could give an introduction to what hashtags is, people might.
Well, yeah. So I would use hashtag to like specify what that post is about as a very easy way to categorize that post. So if I'm like, I posted our announcement, and I would say hashtag Parasite SEO because this webinar going to be about Parasite SEO. So that's how I use hashtags.
That's also how I use my hashtags. But then I started to notice that, especially when I'm posting to LinkedIn, when you're writing on LinkedIn, we used to be able to publish articles on LinkedIn Pulse, and then they would index and they would rank quite high. But sometime last year, Google changed the indexing system when it comes to LinkedIn because people were abusing it.
Yeah.
And so it started to kind of like drop out, and we can't really use LinkedIn Pulse anymore. But you can still use LinkedIn Posts. And what is a post? It's simply a post on your personal profile on LinkedIn. And this will index. What I started to notice on the LinkedIn post is that when I used hashtags, the thing that I wrote in the hashtag would actually be used as the SEO title on that post. So when it indexes in Google and is shown on Google, let's say that I have the hashtag Jesper Nissen SEO, hashtag SEO, hashtag marketing. Let's say that I would have these three hashtags.
Okay.
But the post is not about me per se. The post would be about entity stacking or something like that. So I would try to rank for entity stacking. But this post will never be shown for entity stacking because LinkedIn actually Google takes the hashtags from LinkedIn and then places these guys as the SEO title. So when it comes to LinkedIn and you want to rank your post, don't use the hashtags. Instead, what you need to do is you need to take the keyword that you want to rank for, place it at the beginning of the post. For example, entity stacking SEO or geo-radio schema generator. So you'll actually notice when you search for geo-radio schema generator and you check my post, you'll notice that almost all of the posts has this keyword at the very beginning, because what I also noticed is that Facebook and Google will take these first 6 to 10 keywords and use as the SEO title.
Okay.
So you can kind of like force the Google indexation to be what it is that you want it to be about. You just need to remember to place the keywords at the beginning of the post.
Understood.
And this will be the topic of the post then. And then that's one thing. And the second thing that you need to consider is that this thing that Google has with taking the first 6 to 10 keywords, it's identical for almost all social media. That's just how it works. That's how the Google indexing works. So what that means is that you cannot take the exact same text and post on all social media, because then they will not be shown, because Google has a filtering mechanism. So let's say that the first words are like this: geo radio schema generator from schema writer. So these are the first 5 words, right? These 5 words in that order on all 10 social media profiles, only 1 or 2 of the posts will be shown. So what you need to do as a strategy is that you need to identify the keywords, geo-radio schema generator, these 3 words, and what comes after have to be unique for each post. Not the entire post, just the next 2 or 3 words.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. So you will have to slightly adjust the captions and the hashtag. We can just, is it just LinkedIn that you see that the hashtag doesn't work, or is it the same with Facebook and Instagram?
No, it's mainly LinkedIn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sometimes forget it, and then I need to have to post again because and remove the hashtags. Yeah.
And what do you think about Facebook and Instagram? I had successes when my Instagram post got indexed and it did appear in AI overviews, but I'm not sure if it was for my hashtag or strategy or not.
I think that when it comes to Instagram and Facebook, these 2 social media profiles, they index extremely well, and they also stay in the index to a very high degree. And so I have a lot of people writing to me that they are following what I do, and they are trying to apply what I talk about to their businesses. And what they're showing me in the private messages is that, especially when you have a local business and you're posting to Instagram, especially Instagram posts rank extremely well, and they also use as citations in the AI overview. And that's the same thing with Facebook posts. So yeah, I don't know if that answered your question. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Just the charger in my laptop. So the reason I ask, because many people who are claiming to, like, who are social media managers, like, they are mostly comfortable on Facebook and Instagram, and then when it comes to LinkedIn, acts as like almost like different specialties. And that's why I ask more deeply about how you write the caption. So 3 key takeaways I'm having is one is that for every caption we write, we need to keep the main keyword in the front, and then have a unique content afterwards.
Exactly.
In terms of hashtags, we shouldn't use it on LinkedIn, because that will become the meta or the SEO title of the post, which is not really going to help us. And the third important as well is like we shouldn't count on LinkedIn posts or LinkedIn articles so much for SEO, because they don't rank so well.
No, they don't. Yeah.
I still do have, for example, for my the DWS page, we currently have around like 3,400 LinkedIn newsletter subscribers. So in a way, I still want to write on these LinkedIn articles, not as aggressively as last year or 2 years back when it got indexed really well, because some of our clients really did rank for good keywords, like in the trading niche and stuff. So I was like, oh, be a number 2 and number 1, because it was our blog and our LinkedIn. But now, yes, I know that there's a decline in LinkedIn post indexing, but still, because I have those like 3,400 subscribers, and I was like, oh, what do I do with them?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the LinkedIn I still see some people are claiming that they can still get their LinkedIn Pulse articles indexed. So, I mean, some few people still have success with indexing LinkedIn Pulse. But I would say that the majority of us people that are trying, we cannot get our articles to index, and then it doesn't matter. I'm not going to spend time on something that won't index. And that's the same thing with Medium. So also 1 year ago, 2 years ago, Medium articles were extremely good for Parasite SEO because they indexed and they ranked at the top of page 1 almost regardless of what you wrote about. But then Google changed their way, and now they almost no Medium articles index. So yeah, same thing.
It's funny because in Vietnam I cannot even get to in the Medium because it's like banned. The Vietnamese government doesn't allow Medium, so that's interesting. Yeah. So let's talk about the service side of things. So I know that many of our followers are doing an agency business, and you also said in the beginning of the call that you've been approached to do Parasite SEO for other people. My question is, how would you, what advice would you give to agency owners in case they want to start Parasite SEO as a service?
Okay, so first of all, you need to know what you're doing, right? So let's assume that you actually know what you're doing and you know how to use the various properties and get them to rank. And you could just rewind our talk and then you know. So it's not so difficult actually. Just post something. But the main challenge that I see if you're trying to deliver this as a service, as a done-for-you service, the main challenge that you have is that if you want to help a business, a real business, I'm not talking about affiliate websites, I'm talking about a real local business, want to help these guys, you need access to their X profile, you need access to their Facebook, you need access to their LinkedIn company profile. How are you going to post to their profiles if you don't have access? That's actually the main challenge that I see exists. So there are platforms that allows you to do that, like IFTTT and Make and N8N. I don't know if you've heard about these guys, but these are platforms that you can work together with the client, and then you can get them to, have a collaboration, get them to set up their social media profiles inside of this ecosystem. So that's the first main challenge. So the second challenge is how to price it, right? Because what do you charge for this? And I think you have a global audience, so it depends on where you live. I would imagine that the prices of helping a Vietnamese company would be a lot lower than the price for helping US-based company.
Yes.
So, you could make a service offering of, a 1 weekly post on 10 social media profiles, 1 time a week. So that's 40 posts in 1 month, and charge $299 or $199 for that, something like that. That could be an idea. It's just, how to price it is of course up to the audience, and that also depends on the country where you live in.
Is there any niches that you would avoid or would favor for Parasite SEO, or do you think Parasite SEO would be?
There are some niches. I avoid the adult niche. I also don't do iGaming. So for those that don't know what iGaming is, it's just a fancy word for online casino, online betting, and it's called iGaming today. So I don't do that, and the reason I don't do iGaming because I don't think that a Facebook post will ever have the chance to rank for best online casino in Vietnam. You're not going to get a Facebook post to rank on page 1 for that. So it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the
So
restrictions are really hard.
it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense at all. So what I would do instead, I would focus on dentists, plumbers, roofing niche, fencing, tree, plastic surgery, cosmetic, beauty, all of these local SEO niches. Go into Claude, ChatGPT, give me a top 20 list of best local SEO niches. That's what I have done previously. And then I could come up with good ideas. So of course I'm in a special beneficial position because I get contacted daily by people that want me to do their Parasite SEO. And I always say no, mainly because I don't have time, because I have to focus on building my own audience, but also partly because the challenge of getting access to all the social media profiles of clients just gives me a headache. Because
Yeah.
I live in Denmark, and I have my business here is a family-run business. So it's we are 3 people. So myself and my wife's 2 sons working for me, and so we are only 3 people here. So it's not a huge international company. So we only have so much time, and we also have our own websites. So yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's also facing the reality of oftentimes it's not the strategy that holds us back, but like the execution, right? Like the getting the access, and then not only the access, the future problem of the agency then is like getting the approval of the content. Like I have seen so many of that headache. Like what if the client doesn't like the post, but then you fight over it, and then now your consistency is gone. So yeah, there's a lot of pros and cons, but it is a great strategy to get visibility, and also it helps with AI overviews and getting started on AI. So, and these skills are not super difficult. I mean, comparing to where what you have done with physics, I cannot
Yeah.
recall. I bet like Parasite SEO is not even as hard as your bachelor and master's degree or something like.
No, 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 of course not. No, of course not. But it's still, I mean, the hard part of doing SEO is, of course, or Parasite SEO and SEO is, of course, the execution. The hard part is not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
The hard part is to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a business owner and you're watching this, your local business owner or website owner, but especially if you have a local business, if you create 10 social media profiles and you post to them 1 time per day for 30 days, for sure you will get more traffic, for sure you will get more clients, and for sure you will have done more than 99% of the competition.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the thing to keep in mind. If you're actually doing something, probably you're already ahead, because most of your competition is probably not doing anything. So that's just yeah.
I think that's a wonderful way to conclude today's talk as well. Like it's very inspiring, because sometimes when we do organic marketing, say it SEO, social media, we get stuck in like, oh, I cannot see the fruit of my labor. But it always comes at the stacking of many different posts, many different ideas and strategies. So I totally agree, and I'm very grateful that you joined the show today,
Yeah.
Jesper. And wow, your son is already in SEO. I cannot believe that's amazing. He has a really bright future ahead of him if he's already the family business.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Yep. Goodbye. I'll just gonna wave with this. Bye.
Yeah. Danish